Eastbourne hosts Eastleigh in the Blue Square South. Winchester Rugby take on K.C.S. Old Boys. And in ice hockey, the Slough Jets fly into the Planet Ice Arena. Hello and welcome to Sports Week. I'm Mikey Smith. Eastleigh have suffered a poor start in the Blue Square South this season, but were looking to build on their 2-1 home victory against Staines Town when they travelled to promotion chasing Eastbourne on Saturday. Dale Gornall was at Priory Lane to see if Eastleigh could cause an upset.
Prior to today, Eastleigh had only managed one winner all season, and they looked to be heading towards their third successive away defeat after just 11 minutes when Eastbourne Borough took the lead via centre-back Ollie Rowe. Eastbourne continued to threaten, Rowe this time wastefully knocking the ball into Eastleigh keeper Gareth Barfoot's arms. Eastleigh had conceded 8 goals in their first 25 minutes of all matches this season, and this was increased when Eastbourne forward Ben Watson stole clear and fired Borough into a 2-goal lead after just 21 minutes. Jamie Slabber came close to pulling one back for Eastleigh shortly after, but saw this effort tipped over. After the break, Eastbourne looked for a third, coming agonisingly close with this effort. Eastbourne striker Matt Crabb then saw his jinking run end with a weak effort after some great footwork. But Crabb's efforts were duly rewarded when he fired home from this cross late on. Eastbourne looked to rub salt into the wounds, but the game ended 3-0. After the game, Spitfires manager Ian Baird rued missed chances from the away side.
We had 11 chances against their 5. And that is a big problem for us at the moment that we need to try and address. We're a new squad, an evolving squad. We've got young players, etc., etc. But we're disappointed in the manner that we got beaten today, and we're disappointed we didn't take our chances.
Basingstoke Town have been in good form in the league of late, and we're looking to continue this in the Hampshire Senior Cup against Hartley-Wintney. Gareth Messenger was at the Camrose.
Looking at Basingstoke's league form, you would have expected this tie against Hartley-Wintney to be a simple task. And after David Pratt's opener after just 8 minutes, the home side was surely going to record an easy victory. But Basingstoke clearly hadn't read the script when Hartley hit back against the run of play. Josh Daniels found himself behind the defence and with enough time to slot past keeper Che Morris. And just before the break, the away side took a surprising lead. Basingstoke's leaky defence left winger Jack Smiley unmarked and free to score their second. Frank Gray surely had some strong words at half-time, and the home side came out firing. A debatable penalty given here by the officials allowed Basingstoke the chance to equalise. Rob Gradwell easily converting the spot kick. And soon after they found a winner. Good build-up play and a neat ball was met in the area by David Pratt, who doubled his tally and sent Basingstoke through to the next round. Gareth Messenger, Winchester News Online.
Winchester City had the chance to go top of the Sydenham's Wessex League on Saturday when they faced Christchurch. I had the privilege of being at the Den Plan to watch the action.
Winchester City went into this game having scored 14 goals in their last 4 matches, and the goals looked like continuing to flow when standing skipper Chris Mason powered City into an early lead. But Christchurch fought back and shortly afterwards found themselves an equaliser, winger Sam Griffin neatly finishing after holding off the challenge of James and Bree. But the Christchurch resolve took a heavy blow on the half hour when Sean Bryan gave away a penalty for this clumsy tackle. And it was the big centre-back who came off worse and had to be stretchered off with a painful looking leg injury. Alex Szeszwalewski did the honours for City and beat Stuart Kern from the spot. But there was more to come from Winchester in the first half. Jamie White making it 3-1 with this curling shot. And just moments later, White scored his second, clipping home his 6th goal in 3 matches to make it 4-1 to Winchester at half-time. Christchurch went into the game unbeaten in 10 and started the second half superbly, with Ben Osborne beating Ryan Gosney in the City goal to reduce the arrears to the away side. The tricky Mark Fairbrother created himself an opening shortly after but failed to trouble Gosney with his curling shot. And it was City who came closest to adding to the scoreline, with Kern spectacularly denying Mason, who couldn't divert the rebound. The win takes Winchester to the top of the Sydenham's Wessex League on goal difference.
Now over to a much prettier phase for a look at the league tables. Aimee?
Thanks, Mikey. Well, after Saturday's win for Winchester City, that leaves them at the top of the table on goal difference, but level on points with Bemerton Heath and GE Handball. And in the Blue Square South, Basingstoke Town sit in 5th, 5 points behind league leaders Woking. It's a completely different story at Eastleigh, however, after their 3-0 defeat by Eastbourne at the weekend left them sitting in 19th, just outside the relegation places. And that's all from me this week. And Mikey, may I say you're looking rather smart today yourself.
Thanks, Aimee. Winchester Rugby Club have also enjoyed a fruitful start to their season and went into their game against K.C.S Old Boys on the back of 3 straight league victories. Henry Lewin Tipp was at the game to see if they could continue their rich run of form.
Winchester welcomed unbeaten K.C.S Old Boys at the weekend in what was expected to be a close contest. Winchester opened the scoring and Angus Adamson supported a break by Simon Fountain to score his first try of the season. This gave them a 5-0 lead. Both teams had a chance to score from penalties. K.C.S got there first but missed the harder second attempt. Winchester also missed an easy penalty. Winger Matt Wood sliced the ball wide from in front of the post. But in the second half he redeemed himself, scoring Winchester's second try. He capitalised on a loose ball and managed to force his way over in the corner. The difficult conversion gave Winchester a 12-3 lead. A knock-on denied Winchester a third when prop Stuart Moreton thought he had scored under the post. Winchester only conceded 3 points thanks to their strong defence. The best tackle coming from fullback Alex Welch, who put his body on the line to stop a strong run. Winchester won 12-3, which moved them joint second in the league. Henry Lewin Tipp for Winchester News Online.
With the Olympics less than a year away, the WINOL Sports Stadium in Winchester is still hoping to be a training venue for an Olympic or Paralympic team. Sam Ashton explains.
3 facilities in and around Winchester have been approved for use as training camps for the 2012 Olympic Games. The Equestrian Centre at Sparsholt College, the Westgate Badminton Centre and the Winchester Sports Stadium have all been linked up as potential pre-Olympic homes to foreign athletes. I spoke to Alex Trumbull.
We've had 2 visitors already from Tunisia, being one of them, and another country which popped down just recently. They've had a good look at the facilities. On these occasions they did choose to come down and use us, but we are kind of out there, as it were, and there's potential for countries who want to come down and use it. So it'd be absolutely fantastic to get the community as a whole engaged, and for everybody from students obviously at the university having people use the facilities that they use, and also for members of the public, so particularly young people who can see those athletes coming down into Winchester and also being kind of real role models.
This is Sam Ashton for Winchester News Online.
And finally to ice hockey, where Basingstoke Bison were hoping to build on their impressive victory against the Sheffield Steel Dogs in their last home match. Michael Connolly was at the Planet Ice Arena.
The Basingstoke Bison returned to the Planet Ice Arena to face mid-table Slough Jets. They'll be hoping to put some points on the board after losing away at Bracknell last week. And it was a positive start for Basingstoke. Marcel Petran scored early, putting Basingstoke ahead. Petran then doubled the lead a few minutes later, but Connolly managed to get one back for the Jets, closely followed by Adam Calder, levelling it before the break. And the end-to-end hockey continued into the second quarter, Nicky Chin putting the Bison ahead. Adam Calder got himself another to level it for the Jets at 3-all, but then Jacob Heron put the Bison ahead once again, making it 4-3. And Volrad made it 5-3 minutes later, before Petran put a 3-goal deficit between the two teams. Darius Bliskorkas pulled one back for the Jets, before Slough added a 5th. And 2 minutes into the last quarter, Tom Carlin tied the game at 6 each. But then Adam Calder put the Jets ahead for the first time in the game, making it 7-6. But with only 7 minutes left, Basingstoke came close to levelling the game once again. Volrab's effort was good enough to beat the keeper, but was judged to have been kept off the line. Our replay show it was a very tight call. However, Basingstoke kept pushing, but couldn't find the breakthrough. The Jets hung on to win this eventful match 7-6. Michael Connolly, Winchester News Online.
And that's all from me this week, but for more award-winning news and sport, please visit our website at www.winol.co.uk. Goodbye.